I wanted to move on to another related topic. The guy that killed Pop Smoke, or one of the guys that was charged with killing Pop Smoke, gave an interview, and I just thought it was weird. This young kid, he's only 21 years old. He was 16 at the time. Uh, he wants to come forward and tell his story to a certain degree, and went on No Jumper and basically is showing his face to the world. I killed New York's favorite rapper. I thought it was crazy.
You know, I thought one way about it at first, and then when I was last there, and when Adam brought it up, I'm like, you got a decision, man. You gonna do it? Yeah, I'm gonna do it. Like, I'm like, shit, because people go, they gonna come down on you. You know what I'm saying? But like the rappers, they beat cases, come home and rap about it all the time. You know what I'm saying? So since it's the other way around, it's somebody just a local dude killed somebody that everybody love.
Yeah, but he didn't beat the case. He was found guilty.
Case over though.
Yeah,
but see, I wouldn't do it because you got people still fighting the case, and what you know what I'm saying. What you might say on here might affect them moving forward because it's still people. That's two of them that still didn't go to trial yet. You know what I'm saying? That would be my thing. But like I said, these they praise the rappers if they down somebody, if they come home and they want to hear all about it. And everybody laughed when Gucci Mane somebody smoking on Pookie Low tonight. You know what I'm saying?
The Pookie was coming to get him though.
Yeah, but despite how you know what I'm saying, somebody lost their loved one. So I'm just saying when it's the celebrity that's you know what I'm saying, everybody praised Bobby Smurder coming home. You know what I'm saying? And like
I'm not surprised they did the interview whatsoever.
But I'm just saying I look at it differently now. And then I only heard like a little clips when people react to it, and I didn't hear the whole thing. But from what I heard, it didn't seem like he was making it hard for the people that's still about to go to trial. You know what I'm saying?
No, he wasn't. I saw a nice chunk of it.
Oh yeah, I didn't.
And he was very, he declined not to ask quite a few questions. Decided not to ask quite a few questions that was directly related to what happened.
Yeah, but to put himself, see, what I think is unique about this case is that the Pop Smoke murder didn't happen that long ago. He got sentenced to a very short juvenile term, which is pretty common right now. I know a few juveniles that got out after 4 years, and Pop Smoke is loved. So if I was advising this young man, I would say stay off the internet. Don't do interviews. Stay low. Let some time pass. People still haven't even, still grieving his loss.
So you come from a generation where before clout was the most popular commodity going. So that's easy to understand for someone who just did what you said. You just slapped the system in the face. You've been found guilty for responsible for a popular person losing their life. You only did 4 years. You're 21 years old. It's time to go find out a whole nother plan of life. But he was on there banging his gang, telling the world he's not sorry. He ain't sorry for nothing. If I could go back, I would change it, but I ain't sorry. And I don't know. He has a real, seem like a programmed mind state. I don't think it's a lot of his personal sentiments coming through. I think this is the person he feels like he has to be to survive in his own current condition with his people. And I think he thinks that's the only way he can be cool and maintain his clout, because a lot of his statements seem contradictory when he tried to say, this catch words he wanted to stay away from: regret and sorry.
Yeah.
But he'll say, my condolences, though, as if he don't know what that actually means. That means I have regret and I'm sorry.
Yeah, so what you're saying is he didn't want to come off too apologetic because the homies back on the block might look at him a certain kind of way.
He literally said, I was raised away. You're not sorry for nothing. So that's something that was programmed in his head, and now he feels like it's inappropriate to be sorry.
I think he could have said, I'm sorry that anyone got killed because we just went there to rob a brother. We didn't go there to shoot, kill, hurt anyone. We went there for a lick.
Yeah, I think he probably, unless he's looking to be a rapper, which I think that's what the Blocc Star name is now. That's a rap name.
That's not a hood name?
No, he has another name.
Because two of them that was juveniles, and one of them juveniles was the homie from Hoovers' son, but I don't know which one because that Blocc Star name don't sound familiar. So I wonder.
I could be wrong.
No, I mean, you might be right though.
I heard him explain how he first, he's been out for almost a year.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, and right before Adam did that interview, he went viral by cutting off his ankle bracelet, and he explained how he did that because he basically said his PO said, I'm gonna have to lock you up because I'm afraid for your safety. And he was trying to tell them, man, what you mean? He's like, I don't know what other things he had did, but basically he felt like they wanted to lock him up and protect him from his high profile, yeah. And he said they weren't going for that, so that's why he cut it off. But he's been out for a while, apparently trying to maintain a lower profile.
Hey, how much did Adam pay him for that interview?
It's reported $7,500, I heard.
Crazy.
That's cool.
Yeah, it's cool as a recipient of it, but it's crazy to pay that out.
Yeah, but see, from the little bit I did run across, they came to him and one of the other co-defendants with a little like talking about something for a documentary, and he declined for the reasons I said, because you still got people. He didn't say this, but like certain stuff he can't speak on, and they want to know everything during the documentary. You know what I'm saying?
And here's another reason why I think he shouldn't have been doing the interviews, because there's another defendant who's the only adult in the case. He was 18, and he's still fighting the case.
Oh, so it's 3 juveniles and 1 adult.
Correct.
Oh, I thought it was 2 adults, two. Okay.
Well, the adult that I'm aware of is a guy named Corey Walker, and he's been in custody since this happened. His next court date is in August, and he's looking at some serious time, I'm sure, because he's the adult in this case. I believe he's the adult that was outside in the car waiting. So I know he's not the trigger person. We don't know who the trigger person is because Adam asked him the question, were you the trigger person? He said he didn't want to answer. But we know one of the juveniles, one of the minors was the trigger person. Corey Walker was not the trigger person, but he's still going to be held to a certain level of accountability that's going to cost him years in prison because he's 18 years old.
Okay, but you're aware that the law that just passed, it's like kind of swing both ways with me.
Yeah.
If you're not the actual shooter, of me, you, Spider in the car, and I did did my big one, and I'm gonna get banged. The passengers ain't gonna be held to the same, you know what I mean, as the actual gunman. You familiar with that new law?
Yeah, correct. So Corey Walker can argue, I had no idea anyone had a gun. I had no idea that anyone was going to get shot. Therefore, I am not responsible for what happened inside that house when I was outside here waiting in the car. I am responsible for doing the lick, going on the lick, and doing whatever else comes with that.
You don't have to admit to that.
Well, he's got to admit to something.
They asked me for a ride. They finna go get some weed to go see the little bitches and get some money.
Hey,
Because-
hey, Spider. Well, real quick, Munch. I like the way Spider's. That's a legal mind right there. That's the way
It's a criminal mind, man. He's
No.
He's ex-criminal, so he don't thinking on his toes.
Yeah, but you also got to think of possible defenses as an attorney. Because I'm already thinking you got to concede that you're part of a robbery. But you're saying, no, I just dropped these minors off. They asked me for a ride, and it's possible. But I think, I don't know. I don't know what his defense is. I don't know what the statements were made by the other minors. We don't know if anyone made some incriminating statements. We don't know about Perkins operations in the cells where people are talking.
Anybody else got sentenced other than him?
We don't really know what happened to any of the juveniles because it's sealed except for the guy that decided to come forward. Was it Blockbuster?
Blocc Star.
Blocc Star. Blocc Star came forward.
That's funny.
But Corey Walker is still fighting this case. But go ahead. What were you going to say, Munch?
Oh, okay. I was about to say, or when it comes to case law, you think they could go use any case law with Cameron Terrell, with the white boy that was from '90s, because he said he pulled up, he didn't know what they was about to do.
No, that case set precedent for that whole.
Yeah, actually, there was a few cases even before Cameron Terrell's where drivers were not being held completely responsible for what passengers did.
Is that law retro?
Yeah.
No, when it's case law is it's in the books.
No, I understand,
So-
sir. I know what the term case law is.
Yeah, there's
okay.
people fighting their cases that got convicted a decade ago on the natural and probable consequence.
So now they can go back to court on that.
Yeah.
If I was just a driver, because of the new law, I could get back in court.
Correct.
That's all.
Okay, and then as for Blocc Star, he out now, and the lawyer talking about he and dang, I mean the PO. Anyways, Zimmerman killed this young black man in cold blood, but then he's selling the gun he did it with on eBay, and they almost gave him a celebrity match. That's stupid. He's not a celebrity. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but he was found not guilty though, so it's a little different.
No, I'm saying, but he out and about, and man, that's who people should be on. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but I think Zimmerman's very careful where he walks around and where he goes.
If that weren't true, there would be a lot of just cell phone sightings of him.
Yeah, we don't even, bro don't even pop out and show niggas.
Hey, Zimmerman, please pop out and show niggas, please.
Nah, I think he knows that there's an ass whooping coming.
Ass whooping.
And you know there's a buffer in America that got him tucked off in support. He probably got a whole community where he in the Walmarts getting patted on the back still.
Right.
He don't see none of us.
If he's living in like a Simi Valley type community, which is just north of LA, he could walk around all day long in the Simi Valley.
Hero.
Yeah.
That's crazy, man.
But yeah, I hope Blocc Star is careful of. Remember the other thing you didn't mention this in the interview. What did he say about if he went to New York or going to New York or visiting New York?
He should just X that off his.
That may be a portion I missed.
I think he said he's not worried about that.
That's ignorance. That's just you acting ignorant.
He ain't got a reason to go though. Now you don't. You should really.
Well, I don't think he understands how much New York's not separated like us. Even though they got Christian, they all accept him, and that was a representation. I don't know if he quite get that. He probably is going to learn, or he's probably learning.
Okay, 2-part thing I'm about to say, right? Why y'all just don't trip on the Hoovers in New York then? For one, and then for two, okay, I just recently took a picture, me, the little homegirl, and Sauce Walker, and I'm throwing up the set. So this is the second time, okay, I don't know what I'm doing. They keep talking about I'm throwing up some rakes down. I'm just throwing up the F, right?
Yeah.
Rakes down is some Chicago shit. I don't know nothing about no BD, no GD. I just know the rappers from there. You know what I'm saying? But I'm starting to figure out, because you see my finger, right? Like, it don't go, I got shot in the finger, right? I'm thinking maybe this is it. I think, there's like a rake or something?
Look like an F. You're throwing up an F?
Yeah, I'm
No,
like...
no, it
It looked like it could be
like
an E,
the E.
too.
Like the
East
okay,
Coast E.
like, this finger don't go straight. In these pictures,
you
this is what I'm
shouldn't
doing.
you shouldn't use your left hand
Well,
then.
maybe you should just stop gang banging on photos.
No, hell no. No.
That was a good one.
No. So to the viewers,
he got
that's
you on
watching
that
this, people that's on the viewers that can see this visually. What is it? My left hand? That you know what I'm saying? Because this is how I throw up my. You know what I'm saying? They keep putting me with this.
I was just gonna say,
throwing down some rakes.
just
Man,
throw it up with your right hand. And Spider just says, stop throwing it up.
Yeah, but that's what my mom would say. You feel me? That see, this the paw kicking in. You know what I'm saying? This grandpa Spider kicking in. But no. So if it's this finger, I understand. You know what I'm saying? But I'm like, God.
Well, let me ask you this, Spider: is throwing up a hand sign in a photo defined as gang banging?
Yeah.
In a photo? You're gang banging in a photo.
Definitely.
Gang banging is a verb that requires some action. A photo is just a snapshot in time. So the way my mind thinks, just throwing up a hand sign ain't gang banging in a photo.
Hey, I'm glad you put it like that.
Like, cause it'd be OGs, that you know.
But he just made an argument for what. For
No,
yes.
I'm doing devil's advocate.
Okay.
But
Hey, do you? This
Yeah.
He didn't mean to tell that much of both sides this quick.
But there's OGs that ain't been on the block in 20, 30 years, but you get them in a photo, they gonna throw it up still.
Well, my experience is I've been trying to train myself to stop doing it, because when I tend to take pictures with members or that are older than me, they don't do it for the most part. So I've kind of realized I got to the point where that's kind of like,
I see, but when I take pictures, I don't know what to do with myself.
I get that.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm like,
I get that.
man.
I get that.
so I chunk it up, bro. But let me know if it's this left hand with my finger got. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, you on to you? It's about right.
Yeah.
But like, just not all my life. Well, this doesn't happen anymore. But I went through a time frame where I used to have niggas from the hood call me from jail and be like, "Hey man, tell this nigga from Track New, homie, you ain't from Track New." And then it'd be somebody get on the phone that I really know and be like, "What up, big homie?" I'm like, "What's happening?" I'm like, "Yeah, homie, I'm from East Coast." And then I just know this is a young nigga who seen me hanging with the Track News for a lot. And then when he drive past, honk the horn, I chunk up the E. That's just how they chunk up. The Track News don't make sure they throw the T down. So they spread it like that, but on any given day, they gonna throw it up anyway. And just for me throwing that up on a regular basis and the niggas see me around his homies, it was niggas just think I was from their hood.
just for the record, I'm from Inglewood family. I'm not disrespecting nothing in Chicago, and you know the same way a nutty block could throw up the end like this and look like neighborhood crib. It could be a bad misunderstanding on my side because we beef with the neighborhoods, but the nutty blocks throw up nutty block like you throw up neighborhood. You know what I'm saying? So like it could be. You know what I'm saying?
But they always like, I'll see a picture of that same hand gesture, like a chain online. I'll repost it and throw up East Side, and all in the comments, man, them is pitchforks. That ain't no E.
So you never heard it before,
bro? You did, yeah. That's the same gesture.
Yeah, because the East Coast is in the hood. We throw it up the same. And I had an argument. I had a misunderstanding with the East Coast.
But see, I think you get kind of lazy because, like the front hoods, the two fingers at the top be closer together, and you like do it like an equal spread.
No.
This more like an F when the two fingers at the top is closer together.
No. With this hand, I can't help it because I got shot.
But even on the other hand, it's like you had to spread it out E.
Like no. This is how we throw up the. You know what I'm saying?
But see, look how. But see, you know how a F, the long part always goes down. But when you throw it up just upside down any kind of way, it still look like an E.
And then that's what them old heads say, like my dad and my uncles, because they from neighborhood families.
Yeah, you don't take the time to always
they
throw
be
it down.
throwing it down so you can see
Yeah.
I be all in the sky with it though.
That's
but
why I look like an E.
When you do the E for East Coast, is your can your index finger still be straight? Because I remember in the 80s, you had to curl that index finger to make the E. But it seems like you guys got lazy with it and just
everything is played out.
Yeah,
everything just smoothed out.
You gotta curl down that index finger.
Nah, you don't gotta do none of that.
That was the 80s East Coast.
That's how old school used to be.
Yeah.
You see the old
now it's just like stretched out index finger, right?
I can't debate this.
I just seem more banged out. You feel me? Banged out.
I can't debate it because I got an East Coast to the left of me, right? But growing up, I always thought East Coast was stood up like this.
That's the way.
That was the original E.
And if you look at old graffiti, you look at old graffiti where the East Coasters do the draw out the hand sign. They curl that index finger.
But just look at the old photos too.
Yeah. But the way
you see through the years, it was a casual. It was just what do you call it? A natural. It was nothing other than niggas getting cooler and smoother and flyer.
It's quicker.
Shout out Crumb. Shout out what is he? Immigrant. Shout out Crumb from East Coast. So it was at a distance. I chunked up the F and he chunked up what's the E. You know what I'm saying? And I'm looking like I don't know. Like you feel me? It was kind of like extra out our first introduction. And it was cool after that. But like we all behind these fingers. You know what I'm saying?
Before we got on this topic of hand signs, Munchie, you mentioned something about the Hoovers in New York in relation to Blocc Star. What did you mean by that?
Because I mean, if you that mad at the Hoovers got a connection to the Hoovers out here. Because I watched Under the Grove podcast and they interviewed some Hoovers from New York. You know what I'm saying? So they got a connection. Why not come down on the Hoovers out there if y'all that angry?
Munchie, you extremely influential, man. You just gotta be careful about what you suggest, man. Please.
Yeah, that's right. But I mean, Black Lives Matter.
There we go.
Through and through. But I'm saying like, I don't think if I was him, I wouldn't even. I ex New York off my visit, my vacation list.
That would be wise.
And then you know what I mean, Hoovers, they a hater gang anyway. So he just keep carrying yourself like you've been carrying yourself and stay dangerous.